Hi, welcome. This is my July review, and we start July with a fantastic and powerful aspect between Mars and Pluto. Now, Mars is in your second house, so your energy, your drive, your enthusiasm, everything will be going into either making money or making yourself more secure in the world. Now, with this in mind, you have to do things above board and don't cut any corners, because Pluto in the 11th house with friends, someone may notice what you're doing and pull you up on it or trip you up, and you want to avoid any power struggles, so you want to channel all your energy into what you're doing. Then on the second we have Mercury making two aspects. Now Mercury's in the 4th house, so areas around the home will now come into focus. Maybe that you're thinking of moving or thinking of making some alterations around the home. Well, Mercury is good for planning because it makes an aspect to Saturn. Also, there's an aspect to Neptune in the 1st house, so this is good for getting an idea of the bigger picture and where you are at this moment, but just avoid any tendency for daydreams and for fantasy. There's another high energy aspect on the 5th as Mars again makes an aspect, this time to Mercury. But now we have a slight change of circumstances because Mars has moved into Taurus and is at 0 degrees of Taurus. This is your 3rd house. Meanwhile, Mercury has moved into your 5th house, the house of creativity, and into Cancer. Both these planets are at 0 degrees. 0 degrees is the most powerful degree of any sign. And this is when the energy is its most vibrant. So we have a lot of physical energy from Mars, a lot of mental energy from Mercury. It's a good time, with Mars being in the 3rd house, to get all the daily tasks done, to get all those things that maybe you've been putting off recently, finish them all off, get any projects that are unfinished to completion. And with also Mercury in that 5th house, creativity, it's a great time to think up new ideas of ways of doing things and maybe saving time and energy. Then on the 6th we have an aspect between Venus and Chiron. This will give you a greater understanding and a more sympathy with people. And it's a good time to listen to people and help them to overcome their problems. This could be a family member, as Venus is in the 4th, or it could be a friend that is in need. The Sun is travelling through your creative area in the chart, and this is a very good month for expressing yourself, but unfortunately on the 8th it won't work because there's a square to Chiron. This will block your expression just for a day, so just bear with that one. But then on the following down the 9th we have a fantastic day because the Sun makes a positive aspect to Uranus. Uranus in the 3rd house of the mind, so your mind will be buzzing, full of new ideas and exciting things, and your confidence will be booming because Mercury makes an aspect to Jupiter. So this is a great day to meet new people, to have exciting conversations and discover new things, and make sure that you explore all avenues. We seem to be blighted by days where there's frustration and difficulties expressing oneself, and this is no surprise on the 10th because we have Mercury making a conjunction with the black moon Lilith. So this is a day when again there might be challenges communicating or difficulties in expressing your true nature. So again it's time to let this pass, and the next day again we've got a day when all the creative energy comes back with a bang. This is a day when the Sun makes a positive aspect to the Moon's North Node. North Node is about our spiritual way forward, and it could be a day when a neighbour, a friend, a stranger even, comes across your path and brings you an idea or some information that can help guide you onto your true and new path. The other thing that is exciting about this is that there is untold opportunities in the creative field with this aspect. Doors will open, new projects may emerge that you can immerse yourself in and really get to grips with. There's help with this as Venus makes an aspect to Saturn, so you can help to plan and to organise things and to really use this opportunity for its best. The full moon on the 13th is in Capricorn in your 11th house. Now in Capricorn the moon is in its detriment, so she won't function as normal. Capricorn will stifle her emotional side. So, but this can also be used to advantage sometimes, especially when the Capricorn ambition is pushing you forward and you need to put emotions aside to achieve things. So you need to get the balance right with this, and also the balance between your needs and the needs of others, because with the 11th house it's about friends, it's about family, it's about your partner, and you need to allow time to show how important you are in their lives, as well as them being important in yours. So the 5th house, which is the opposition, is where we have our fun and enjoyment, but also with the 11th house is about how we tend to the needs of others, how we network and work with others. It's a time to maybe put some effort into some group or some kind of environment where you're working with people. We have 2 aspects on the same day as the full moon. There's an aspect between Venus and Neptune. Neptune in that 1st house. It's a day when you may feel that you want a spiritual connection with someone, maybe a special person. If you haven't got that already, maybe it's time now to look for that. And then the other aspect is between Mercury and Chiron. So again, this is one where insecurities might come up. Chiron in that 2nd house of finances, so there may be some insecurities from the past that just crop up, so you just need to allow it to come up and then disperse it with healing energy. Between the 14th and the 16th, Mercury is very active, and it's a time when you'll be buzzing. Your mind will be full of excitement and new ideas. Mercury on the 14th makes an aspect to Uranus, followed by the aspect to the Moon's North Node on the 15th. So there'll be new things, new avenues to explore, and Mercury being in that house of creativity, this is a fantastic time to immerse yourself in a new project that's using your creative skills. Now also there'll be meeting people, you'll be socialising, you'll be meeting new people, and those new people will also give you new ideas and tips to help you along your new path. Then on the 16th we have a combination where the Sun and Mercury both join and come together. They will travel together for a short distance, and this helps with communication, this helps with the flow of energy. So you need to go with the flow now. Use this energy to tap into your creative side. This will enable you to express yourself like at no other time. With Mercury and the Sun travelling together over the next couple of days, we have 2 aspects. These are major aspects. The first one is the conjunction making an opposition to Pluto. Now Pluto's in that 11th house. So again, we need to look at your responsibilities and responsibilities of maybe groups and friends and colleagues, and how that sits, because you could, if you don't handle things correctly, you could bring about a power struggle and some kind of challenge, and there may be something that you hear or are told that you maybe don't want to hear or try to block out, but there's also a danger of being misfed information, so make sure that everything you hear and see is true. Now also this aspect gives the ability to transform the world around you, and this is in a creative sense, so make sure that you can tap into that rather than get embroiled in oppositions. And then the other aspect the following day is to Neptune. Now this could be a time when love comes into the equation, because we have the Sun and Mercury in the house of love and making an aspect to Neptune. So this could be some kind of spiritual enlightening love that comes into your realm now. And if you're not in a relationship, you could meet someone who's a very spiritual person. If you are in a relationship, it's a chance to take your relationship to a new high. Another one of those days, or in fact it's 4 days, where you may get frustrated and you may get held back, irritated, because Mars makes an aspect to the Black Moon Lilith. Now with this aspect, anger can get heated up, and it can rise and come up very sharply, so you just need to be aware that you keep the lid on things. But it is a fantastic time if you need to sit down and talk to someone and thrash things out and get things out in the open. This is an ideal way to use this energy. It lasts for 4 days, so you've got time to do this in a relaxed manner rather than getting heated and argumentative about things. Then on the 20th we have Chiron going retrograde. Now Chiron's in that second house, and while Chiron's retrograde you can work with the energy, and it's a good time now to work on feelings of security, making yourself feel secure, whether it's financially, emotionally or physically. It's a good time to work on this and make the most of the retrograde energy. On the 23rd, the Sun moves into Leo, and this is your 6th house. So the focus now changes from the creative side to the more routine side. This is the house of your daily routines, your health, diet, fitness, exercise, all those. So it's time to pay attention to those now. And with 2 aspects to Jupiter, the first on the 23rd to Mercury, it's a good time to put plans into operation. Think up new ideas of how you can simplify your life and make it better. We also have an aspect to Venus, and this is very good for improving your working conditions and your daily routines. But then both of these aspects are good for finances because Jupiter's in the 2nd house. So this is a great time to plan finances, work out how you can perhaps improve them. But also be careful because with the Venus aspect there's a chance that you could overindulge. Another day when you may feel some irritation and some frustration, as there's a square between Mars and Mercury. So it's best to not get involved in any intense discussions on this day. But then the following day we have another fantastic aspect, the coming together of Venus and the Black Moon Lilith in the house of love and love affairs. So we have these two who are like naughty twins. When they get together, they allow you to drop your boundaries and your borders, and so things can happen very easily. And there's great passion and excitement that comes with these two as well. So just be wary that you don't overstep the mark. On the 28th we have our new moon. Now this is a great new moon because it's in Leo. This is the new moon to be bold and to be brave and to try new things. And it's happening in your 6th house, which is the house that allows you to analyse things and to look at things with a critical eye so that you can decide what's best for yourself. And you could be analysing your daily routines, your work, anything that goes along with your daily life, like your health, diet, exercise. All these things can now be analysed, and you can be brave and put new things into place. Now we have something that will help you to do this and more, and that's the conjunction between Uranus and the Moon's North Node. Now we've had a lot of aspects to these two over the month, but now they come together and are together for 19 days. So this is fantastic. There's plenty of time to work with this now, and there'll be lots of life-changing events that happen that maybe put you on a different path, maybe new ideas that are coming in, people you talk to, communicate with. There's no end of things that could happen. The moon's influence is for 2 weeks, so these new things, these new projects that can all come into play over this next couple of weeks. This is a time to focus and be critical, analyse things, make sure you do the things that are right for you and not for other people. Concentrate on yourself, and things will certainly be looking up now. Now the other thing we have on this day is that the planet Jupiter goes retrograde. Now Jupiter's in that 2nd house of finances. It doesn't mean to say he won't be functioning in the financial sense, but it's time to work with his energy. And with Jupiter in this position, it's a good time to look at how you value things, how you value money, and is it time to be happier and more satisfied with what you already have rather than always longing for more. And it's also a good time to again improve on your security, so find ways to make yourself feel more secure, more at home, and then you'll feel a lot better in yourself and you'll be able to make these changes more easily. We finish the month on the 31st with Mars bringing one last big surge of energy into the equation. He makes a triple conjunction with Uranus and the Moon's North Node. This could be vital. This could give you the impetus, the initiative to make certain changes. And this will be very good because it will give you clear vision, clear thinking, with Mars putting his dynamic energy in place. We also have the Sun make an aspect to Jupiter, and this is probably the best and most confident aspect you can have. This will give you optimism and the confidence to make changes. We have Mercury making an aspect to Saturn, which will help you with the planning stage of things and looking at the finer print, so to speak, and the details and things. And then the only other aspect we have is Venus making an aspect to Chiron. This could just bring up something from the past relating to love or a lover that brings a little bit of insecurity, but don't worry about that. There's so much more, so many more positive things happening that you can just relax that one and concentrate on what you've got to do. Thank you for watching my July review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.